Now next thing we need to do is start a session for this user. For this session we are going to need the user ID because we are going to be storing it in the session variable which is stored in the browser's data. For that we need another query which is going to be MySQL connect, and we do select user ID from users where email equals, we got the email of the user, and password equals the password of the user. We get the result and we store it inside a variable called result. Now we need to get the user ID from the result. So we store it inside a variable called user ID. So we do MySQL fetch array, because all this data that we get from this query is stored inside an array called result, and it's going to be the value user ID. We start a session, we initiate the user ID variable inside the session, and we give it the value of user ID, and the page is then redirected to the home page. So it's going to be location home.php. Okay, and just to check if we are getting the user ID in the home page, we're going to test it here. So PHP in the home page, we are going to initiate this session, and I'm going to ask you to echo the session variable user ID. So let's see guys if this works. So we're going to create another user called Daniel. I'm going to create the Gmail address, and the password is going to be password 123 again, and register. Okay, so we are redirected to the home page and we get a value here of 2. If you go back to our database, we can see that Daniel has a user of the ID of 2, so that means our code is working fine till now. One thing that we should create this before we go back to our login forum is the log out button. So we're gonna need our HTML here. We're gonna add inside the head we need a title, which is going to be home, and read the body, close the body tag, and we need a forum method post. Action is going to be empty because it's this page itself, and button, its name is going to be log out. I'm gonna give it the value of log out, and class is going to be btn danger because it's the red color, and we're gonna copy the link from here for the bootstrap. I'm gonna place inside our title, our header, and we're gonna refresh our page. So to see if we got a logout button here, we can print out the username as well and say them hello. For that we need to get the values from the database. So we need our database page here, and we say result equals MySQL query do connect from the database page, and inside here it goes our query. But for that we need our user ID. We're going to store it inside a variable here called user ID, and then we input our query. So select everything from the users table where user ID equals user ID. We get the result and we store it inside an array called result, and now we are going to get the full name, and this is going to be MySQL because we're going to fetch the data from an array. The array is called result and the value is the full name of the user. So we have got the username state, the user's full name, and we should echo it here. We say hello, and we do our PHP code here, and we echo the full name. We refresh our page and we say hello Daniel. So we got our data from the database where the full name is retrieved from the users table using the user ID that was stored in this session in the browser. We need to work on the logout table, on the logout button now. So you're going to do it here. So if I set post logout, the session is destroyed and we are headed back to the index page. So this is going to redirect us back to the index page. So let's see if it works. We click on logout, the session is destroyed, and we are back to the index page. In the next video, guys, I'm going to show you how to do the login bit of this login forum, login and register forum, because we have got the code for the login forum here. We now need to execute our PHP code and see if it is working.